What's up everyone, it's Cody, and today we're going to be going over all the grease points on the Kubota L3901 and LA525 loader. So here's the tractor. Grease points are supposed to be done every 50 hours. I have not greased it since I bought it and I just hit 20, so I'm going to touch them all with grease, go over where they're at and everything so you guys know exactly where they're at, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so if you guys want to follow along, maintenance service intervals, you will see here greasing every 50 hours. So all the way down, it references page 69 here. So if we go to page 69, it will show you exactly where all of the grease points are. This is two-wheel drives only, so you're not going to have these two grease fittings on a four-wheel drive. But we are going to hit 2 on the front axle support, 2 on each tie rod. If you turn it over here, we have 3 for the pedal controls, and these are your tie rods. Then this is all your 3-point linkage, so you have 4 total on your 3-point linkage, 2 on the top link and 2 on that side adjustment. So I don't have my 3-point linkage on right now, so we're not going to be doing that. On the loader, as you can see, I wrote them down here, there are 12 grease points on the loader, 4 on the 3-point, and 9 on the tractor itself. So I'm gonna grab my grease gun. I use the Rotella, just heavy duty premium grease. It's just my preference. So you guys can use whatever grease you would like, but we will go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first grease fitting is right here. We have one in the same exact spot on the other side of the axle shaft. So we're gonna go ahead and get the grease gun up on there and get this one greased up. All right. And I'm gonna grab a rag. And that is the first. Then we are going to go to our tie rod ends, which are right here. Now, when you're doing tie rod ends, you don't want to pop the boot. So you see a lot of people push grease until the boot pops out, and that is too much grease. So there's our Zerk fitting right there, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna pop that on there, give it a couple squirts. We don't need a crazy amount. Pop that off, wipe up any of the excess here. We'll go to the same, this is all on the driver's side. We're gonna go to this inner tie rod end here. Your Zerk fitting's just right on the side. Wipe it off. Hook up our grease gun. Just give it a couple squirts, top it off on grease. Wipe it off. Then we will go to the other side. So we're gonna start with that inside one right here. This is our inner tie rod end on the passenger side. We'll get this one nice and greased up. We'll clean it off. Then we will move to the inner tie rod end. We will wipe it off. Get it all nice and cleaned up. Hook up our grease Zerk. I'm just giving it a couple pumps because it's got grease in it. So now the other side of the front axle shaft is actually on this side. So if you just go behind the axle here, I'm trying to do it without getting my hand in the way. You should see the grease Zerk right there. On that front axle housing, it's right here. That is the second one on the axle housing itself. So we'll get that up in here. Give it a couple shots of grease. Up off. Drop the camera in the process. And we have 6 of the 9 grease zerks done. Okay, we are dead center underneath the tractor here, and we are going to be greasing the last 3 grease fittings, or zerk fittings. So you have one right here, one right here, and one right here. And these are all for the pedal linkage. So I'm gonna wipe them off real quick. You do have to get underneath the tractor for these ones, guys. Which, having the backhoe subframe kind of stinks for that. So pop it on here. And we're greased on that one. Greased. That one. And then the last one up here. I'm gonna wipe these off real quick, and then we are gonna move on to the loader. But that is all the grease fittings on the tractor itself. Okay, so on the LA525 loader, we have a grease fitting here, a grease fitting here, a grease fitting up here, grease fitting here, grease fitting here, and a grease fitting here on each side. So there are 6 total on each side for a total on both sides of 12. Okay, we're at the first one here. It's one of the easier ones. We're just gonna pop our grease gun on, and we're gonna watch for grease popping out the sides. Pop that off. Nice and easy. First one is a very easy one to get done, so. Okay, so our second one is hiding right here. We can get our grease gun up in there. Try not to hit the camera with it. It's always a struggle doing stuff like this with a camera. Just gonna make sure that we clean our grease mess up. Alrighty. And we are going to move on to the third, which is on the same cylinder. It's just closer to the bucket. Okay, so this third one is right here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's extremely hard to get the camera up in there. We're going to pop our grease gun on there. Give it a couple squirts. Okay, and this is our fourth one. Right on top here, another easy one. So we have 2 more left down by the So the final 2 on this side are right here and right here. And we'll get these done, and then I will do all of them on the other side from further out so you guys can see exactly where they're at. Alright, now we are ready to move on to the other. We're going to do all 6 on this side in a row, out far for you, so that way you guys can see where all of them are at. First one being the top link. We go down below here. Then you got your top one here, or your bottom one, I guess you can call it. It is kind of a bottom. Then you come back up top. The last two are right down there. See if I can get out of the way here. Get your bottom one. And then your top one. All right, everyone, so that is all the grease fittings on the Kubota L3901 and LA525 loader. Grease fittings are going to be the same for the 2501 and 3301 as well. You guys are going to have 9 on the tractor itself, 4 on the 3-point, and 12 on the loader. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. We post videos Mondays and Thursdays on the Kubota, so you'll get a good view of the Kubota in action and how-to videos on maintenance and modifications and stuff like that. So please comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.